Hello and welcome to Red Gaming Tech. Today is the 24th of April. My name is Marta and I have some gaming news for you today concerning Nintendo, as they have reported that they've missed its annual net profit target by 50%, as both Wii U and 3DS sales failed to hit prior targets. The firm did report, however, a net profit of 7.1 billion yen, which is about £46.8 million or $71.4 million for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2013, but that was half of what is forecast in January. But it is still a significant improvement over the net loss of 43.2 billion yen, which is £285 million or $434 million, which they reported about a year ago. Net sales have decreased 1.9% year over year to 635.4 billion yen, which is £4.2 billion or $6.4 billion, while the company posted an operating loss of 36.4 billion yen, that's 240.3 million pounds and $366.2 million, roughly in line with the previous year's results, owing to the fact that Wii U hardware sales have a negative impact on Nintendo's profits. Nintendo did say that lifetime Wii U sales stood at 3.5 million units as of March 31st, missing the firm's most recent guidance of 4 million units, which was itself a downwardly revised forecast of the company initially targeted 5.5 million sales for that financial year. The Wii U did sell 3 million units in the calendar year 2012, meaning only 450,000 units were sold in the first 3 months of 2013. Nintendo also reported that Wii U software sales of 13.42 million units, short of the 16 million forecast in January. So, pretty short of the mark for the Wii U, as they did actually revise it and they still didn't actually hit the target, even though they'd already brought it down from the original 5.5 million. As well as this, 3DS hardware sales were weaker than expected as well, coming in at 13.95 million units, short of the 15 million that they expected in January. 3DS software sales totaled 49.61 million units, just shy of the firm's 50 million target. Lifetime 3DS sales now stand at 31.9 million units, and 3DS software sales at 95.3 million units. And as for the Wii, the lifetime sales now stand at 99.84 million units, with software sales of 869.6 million. Lifetime DS sales are 153.87 million units, with software sales of 933.69 million. For the current business year, which of course ended March 31st, 2013, Nintendo forecast net sales of 920 billion yen, which is 6.1 billion pounds or $9.2 billion, operating income of 100 billion yen, 660 million pounds or $1 billion, and net profit of 55 billion yen, which is 362 million pounds or $553 million. It does expect to sell 9 million Wii U hardware units, 38 million Wii U software games during the period, as well as 18 million 3DS units and 80 millions for the handheld. So while it's good that they've made a profit rather than the net loss that they reported about a year ago, as I said earlier, it's still not looking good for the Wii U. And not really for the 3DS either. However, I do think this is going to change for the 3DS quite soon, because we've finally got quite a few strong first-party and third-party titles finally confirmed for that particular console. It took them quite a while to transition over most of their big hitters to the 3DS. For example, Pokemon Black and White 2, even though the 3DS was out at this time, was released on the DS, and we're only now just having a Pokemon game confirmed for the 3DS, that being Pokemon X and Y, of course. And of course we got Zelda Link to the Past 2, which is being released for the 3DS, as well as a few other titles, and of course we had the recently released Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS as well. And obviously the most important thing to most people when they think about buying a new console, handheld or otherwise, is, are the games good? Is there enough games to make it worth the money, either out or coming out in the future? And until now, the answer for 3DS has apparently been no for most people. So I think that we will see an improvement for 3DS coming up soon, but I don't know about the Wii U. It's not looking very good, especially with the PS4 looming on the horizon. And Microsoft have their development conference coming up in May, where they're probably going to officially reveal Xbox 720 as well as the specs. So with the next generation of hardware coming, probably before the end of this year, I would imagine that we'll be seeing at least the PS4 this Christmas, with the 720 not far behind. The Wii U is going to be in a spot of trouble. But as always, I do want to hear what you guys think on this topic. Do you think there's any hope for the Wii U, or is it just doomed and Nintendo should have waited and giving it a bit more power? And what about 3DS as well? Do you think that it will bounce back? Personally, I think it will. I'm thinking of getting a 3DS myself. I've wanted one for a while, but now that all these other games are coming out, I think I'll have to crumble, especially since that means I'll finally get to play Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Anyway, that's me done for this video. As always, please do hit me up with any comments or responses to what we've discussed here. Always good to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.